Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Okay. So, let's get this party started. Um, last stream I was trying to do rendering, and it wasn't all that great. Oh, and I guess I have to... Is this how it's gonna be now? Okay, cool. Now it's working. So, last stream I was trying to get rendering up and running, and kind of worked. But the way that I wanted to go about doing it was in direct opposition to some imposition, to some paradigm impositions that I had kind of declared. Namely, I don't really need to have a I don't really need to have a render, like I don't need to have a render I don't really need to have this render struct, right? Because it's not the objects that are going to be having its own thing. It's the scene is going to be handling all the rendering, and the scene is just going to have a singular shader. So what I need to do is have this scene is going to have to scene. Okay, cool. Scene init, scene update, scene render. So this whole thing here can be deleted, and the render struct list can be deleted, and the render struct can be deleted. Because the renderable struct is going to be a thing, maybe. Okay. So in protected, I'm guessing I'm going to have a gluent shader crog. Let's take a look in here, right? Yeah, okay. The vertex array and the shader program, and the vertex array and all that stuff is going to be a thing. Because, like, in essence, the vertex shader is going to be a very interesting thing. Namely, because all this stuff is going to be, and like all of the shader programs, the shaders are going to be like the renderer. The render systems are going to have 4 different things, right? So also can't use I can't use that. I can't use an enum or anything like that. I don't want to do this. Okay, so let's do what I usually do. Alright, let's have a thing here, right? So in essence, the scene will have, you know, a render system, right? And that would be either a screen space 2D, screen space 3D, a world space 2D, or a world space 3D. Right. The screen space 2D is going to be like your UI. UI or single. I'm gonna have UI or you're gonna have single screen 2D games, or, you know, etc. Right? Right. Here we'll have, you know, like your gun models, or you'll have like a 3D UI stuff. You know, etc. Here you'll have your like classic 2D games, your top-down RPGs, your side-scrolling platformers, right? Here, right? Let me clean this up a little bit. And then here you'll have your FPS, your, you know, third-person shooters, your, you know, RTS, real-time strategy games, your open world games, right, etc. So it's only going to be these four. It's only going to be these four types: screen space 2D, screen space 3D, world space 2D, and world space 3D. There's going to be the only four types of renders, right? So you'll have, you know, these kinds of things. Right. And I allegedly have a viewer. Cool. It's probably just me. This is going to be on a per scene basis. So what we want to have is a class render system, right? Oh, let's see. So the scenes shader program will be its own thing. We need to have How does this work? So we have the vertex shader. Also have the Fluent. That Gluent for this. So what's that gonna be? So the vertex shader is gonna have to be a thing. Right. Let's see here. Then documents? No. Let's go into some stuff. How do I open with? Yeah, I'll do this. Oh no, a completely different one. To out frag color. So this is the fragment shader. I need to take a look at the vertex shader. Yeah, okay. So you have the uniform for the camera position and a uniform for the aspect ratio. Okay. Okay. So in the header file, so the render system is going to need to have access to the vertex shader. So you'd have to vert shader and then const sharp pointer vert source. Oh, okay. Well, the render system is going to have a static vert shader. Static. This is going to be an inline static const char pointer vert source is equal to r glsl hash version 460, I do believe. And glsl. Is correct? Yeah, okay. So, what I need to do here is that I can have the... Oh, but will it have... No. Not necessarily, because each, whether it be screen space 2D or world space 2D. So, okay. So, this is going to be Gluent, world, so it's going to be screen space 2D vert shed. This is going to be screen space 2D vert source. Okay. So here we have a bunch of different things, right? So the vertex information, we'll need to have, what is it? This is screen space, right? Do I need to know the aspect ratio for corrections? Not necessarily. I mean, placing things, I mean, it might be useful, right? Knowing what the aspect ratio is may be important. I mean, I could also just put in the resolution. Oh, but is that even necessary? Because the resolution might not be necessary on the position. Well, let's not deal with that quite yet. Let's just have vec2 points, and this is 3. Yeah. Equals vec2 and this isn't the best way of doing this, but it's fine. So we have a vec2 minus 1 .0 and minus 1.0. Right, this one is the bottom left hand corner, vec2, and then we need to have, what is this, counterclockwise? Okay, we have a 3.0. Well, let's line everything up, shall we? 3.0 minus 1.0. And then a vec2, and then this is a minus 1.0, 3.0. Right, so this is a triangle that is overdrawn. So it doesn't really matter, right? And then we have a void main. I mean, I guess I could just do this. I don't super like this, but it's fine. And to be able to pragma region screen space 2D vertex sugar code. This is a pragma end region. Right, this way we can have all that. And let's just do that as well. So in the void main, what is it that we're going to do? What is it that we need specifically? So the GL position is going to be a thing. We also want to have an out, right? So what kinds of outputs do we want our shader to have? So let's have out vec2 screen space UV. Right. Screen space UV. Yeah. Okay, screen space UV. So in here we have GL position is equal to vec4. And this is points at GL vertex. Yeah. GL vertex ID. And this is 0.0 and this is 1.0. And then we also want to make sure that our SSUV oh, but it's also GL position. SSUV is also equal to points at GL vertex ID. And that should be fine. So that'll map it between -1 and 1. Because whenever you're working with screen space stuff, you want to be able to find the center very easily and efficiently. And the origin being at 0 seems to be something that's very good. And you can like reposition everything fairly easily as well. And then I feel like yeah. No, I mean I can do that. Vec2 SSUV, screen space UV, equal to that. So this will automatically calculate the screen space. Oh, hi, Neko and OB. Dope. Cool. Thank you for coming in. Sorry I missed your thing. I didn't have my chat up and running, unfortunately. I'm a great streamer. So, how's it going? If you're still around and if you decide to, you know, interact. And deep in the sauce? What do you mean? In the source code? Yeah. If you mean by source code, I am literally writing the source code for my engine, so I would hope I'm pretty deep. So I'm not entirely sure what you mean by pretty deep in the sauce. Let's see here. Okay. So yeah, so we have the screen space UV. I don't think I need much else than that, because everything else can be done in the fragment shader, I feel like. Unless there's ways to interpolate. Because the only other thing that'd be useful is the distance from the... Yes, I am. I'm in the middle of coding deep in the system, yes. Because I'm still in the process of writing the game engine itself. So right now I'm doing the rendering logic and handling the rendering. Last stream I tried to do what every other game engine does and just 3D rendering system does, and have each individual object have their own, you know, set of shaders, and just kind of like instance everything. But it kind of goes against a lot of the paradigms. Well, it goes against the major paradigm that I wanted to impose, and that is that each system would have one shader program, and everything would be rendered in the fragment shader, essentially. And the vertex shader is just in charge of providing a full screen canvas for the fragment shader to do its things. I'm very interested in how id Software used to render their stuff, and I want to kind of ponder the question of if John Carmack had access to modern technology, what could he have achieved using the same kinds of ideologies and ideas that he had back then. So I'm kind of artificially creating an in-between thing of software rendering and hardware rendering. So I'm like artificially creating an in-between stage between those two. I'm just kind of seeing where that goes, right? So we have that. I guess while I'm okay, so that's the screen space of these, because I think that should be fine. And then hash pragma region ss2d fragment. Code fragment code. Pragma and region. So, I mean, I guess I don't need that. I can do static GL units ss2d frag shad. And then static const char pointer ss2d frag source equals this. And this is colon GLSL. Let me use this. So it's going to be hash. Right? Yeah. Yeah, this should all be good. Version 460. Which should be it, right? I think it's 460. That's not a good one to do. This is a better one to do. Current open, current GLSL version. Let's see what's going. Yeah, 4.6. Cool. That was correct. So let's do void main that there, because we know that that's going to have be a thing. We know that we need a vec4 out call. We know that we need an output for the cover. And then out color. Well, I guess vec4 frag call. Say frag call equals vec4 0, 0.0, 0.0. Well, let's just do, I don't know, RGB 1, 2, 3. This will be a good testing grounds. So we now need to know what color. Let's see here. I think main frag has some things. Goes in vec2. Right. So because I declared an out SSUV, I need to declare an in SSUV. So an in vec2 SSUV. So that'll do all that. And I'll also need to have my uniforms in place. What else do I need? I mean, there's a bunch of different things, because there's going to be... Because I don't know if I want to have... Right, like, I could use uniforms all over the place, because uniforms are very easy to update. They're very cheap. But I think using SSBOs, the shader storage buffer objects are going to be better, because there's a potential for a lot of a particular kind of object, right? There's a potential to have, you know, hundreds if not hundreds of thousands of a singular object being rendered at once, depending on the game, right? So I don't necessarily want to limit that, right? So I would have to look into how to access those things, and I would also have to go in here and add the SSBOs for each one, and there may be certain well, I mean, there's a potential for some self-modifying code. Effectively, like if there are no entities that have certain, like if there are no entities with certain kinds of with certain rendering capabilities. Like if I have a thing that renders rectangles, right? And then one that renders like circles or like textures and what have you. There's a potential that if I'm not ever using, like if I set everything up and someone wants to make breakout, right? And they're not going to use, you know, textures and this and that and the other thing, or UI elements or text or whatever it is, and just kind of delete them out of the code and only use the things that are actually being used. There's a potential for that, which I think would be really cool. So do I start doing that? Open GL SSBO. Storage buffer, shader storage buffer objects. SSBOs can be much larger. SSBOs are writable, even automatically. Atomically. Incoherent memory access, so they need the appropriate barriers. So SSBOs do have certain issues, or at least can have certain issues. Must have a specific fixed storage size. This means that you can have an array of arbitrary length in an SSBO. At the end, rather. So that's something to keep in mind. The actual size of the array, based on the range per buffer pound, can be queried at runtime in the shader using the length function on the unbound array variable. It will be likely be slower than UBOs. And like buffer textures, UBO data is accessed through internal shader accessible memory reads. At the very least, UBOs will be no slower than SSBOs. Okay. Read only. The variables can only be used for reading operations. Okay. Atomic. I don't really know. Being memory of aggregates, structure arrays, or vector elements, you can atomically access UVec3. Okay. Okay, so we only created update partially. The binding index 3 can be assigned to an array in the shader like this. Okay, buffer layout. STD 430 binding equals 3. Int data SSBO. It will be one array of variable size per SSBO, and it has to be the bottommost variable in the block definition. So this is possible too. Okay. So I can access these things very nicely, but I think for but how would I do? How would I do? How would I do? There's like a lot of different concepts that I could achieve here. Let's see. So I got the scene stack and all that stuff. So I have these 4. I can also make structures as well. How do I declare uniforms again? Take a look at my other crap. That's how. I have a bunch of other stuff in here for accessing them. Yeah, let's take a look at some WebGL stuff, because all the GL stuff is all the same, essentially. WebGL2 cannot find GL canvas, might have your type was present. Oh, OpenGL. Oh, WebGL. Vert source, fetch, crit shader, shader source, polish shader, okay. Cam valve, inputs player, motion direction. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and here's all that stuff. That's fine. And there's that. Bunch of that stuff. Yes, GL update. So the location, we get uniform location. And then we get it from the thing and then define it. And then also get uniform location and then change it. Okay. That's how I access uniforms. Because let's say, well, I mean, let's just get a circle. Okay. Let's just get a blank screen first. So in render, let's do static. Shad prog is this. Okay. Because the init is doing things. Okay. Well, I mean, all these different things are doing things, so there's different kinds of things that need to happen. For instance, the whenever you create one, you need to do that, which means I don't necessarily need to run the push scene. Wait, when was the... yeah, it's in game.run. It's all the scene stuff. That's the engine stuff. This is the render loop. And scene stack guy. Wait. Let me run. I don't need it here. Because a init should happen when the scene is done, right? So where's scene? Scene. Game scene, update scene, creating scene, okay. I should say initializing scene. Initializing scene. And then it would be init. Right. So when you create the scene, it'll initialize everything. Do I want the system functions to happen beforehand? Or do I want to do all the OpenGL stuff beforehand? I think it would be more powerful if the OpenGL stuff happens after. So, let's take a look at the testing grounds. Back up here. Oh god. Okay. Because I really only need to do the use program once. Because it's really bad. I can do GL draw arrays here. So really I need to do all this stuff. Different parts. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, I can't see what that's doing. I'm gonna start that there. For int scene stack ID. Because the render system is going to use the things. Well, I mean, I can just have the render function handle everything. Yeah. Do that there. And go all the way up here. Just kind of do all that. What is going on? Yeah. I need to undo that. Well, actually, I need to do that. And I can do that. I can do that, and I can pull events and then render everything. Okay. So in the render loop, I have all these things, right? Yeah, and this is like ridiculously high precision. It's like not even necessary to get that crazy, but I'm doing it anyway because screw you. I'm going home. A bunch of things aren't initialized. That's fine. I don't care. I might want to make it a pointer so it's on this, so it's on the heap rather than the stack. But I think it's fine if it's on the stack. It's safer that way. Allocating pointers and all that stuff isn't great to do on the heap, but you have more access on the heap rather than on the stack. The stack is pretty limited. And for a game, you want like all your functions and stuff to be on the stack, and then you want all your information to be somewhere on the heap. But you have to be careful about like data or just memory leaks and stuff like that. So let's see here. Got the template update render. So scene render. What is going to happen here? Because the render, I also need to have all the yeah, I'm gonna have to make stuff. I have a bunch of refactoring to do too. Let's see here. Okay, so here's that stuff. That's cool. I'm going to see a net here. Region OpenGL stuffs. Pragma and region. Yeah, so I need to do all my the OpenGL initialization stuff here, which means I need to add also in here and also in render. This is also OpenGL stuff goes here. Come on. Come on, Visual Studio. Protect the things that it's up. There we go. So we need to have the renderer do that stuff, and in it, I don't need, because the GL draw arrays can be outside of it, because that's going to be static for literally everything. And oh, baby. Something to keep in mind is, or say, warning. T's need to be updated and added to shader. Right. And that can be, well, I mean, that can be in the update. Right? Like, that can be in the update, but that'll be an entirely different thing, unless it is also handled by bloody hell. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on, so I'll have to figure out, you know, where all that stuff is going to have to go. That's going to be, like, rendering is such a complex system in general that it's very easy to just royally mess up where everything needs to go. Right? I also noticed that Neo Kenobi, you have not. I don't think you followed me. Yeah, you are not following me. Shame on you. You should be following me. Is that good? I think that's good. We have a lot of dropped frames. That's not good. Yeah, why is this reversed? There we go. That's better. Okay, so Yeah, whenever that's gonna be interesting. But I feel I'll have to figure that out later. That's just gonna be on the to-do list of things to do. Yeah. And the important part, right, is that I have, because I should be able to just create a shader. So I should be able to, where in the update? Yeah, in here. So what's going on here? Wait. I feel like I should have an inline static void test. Oh, I've got Kafusmek has followed me. Awesome. Say hi in chat. Tell me what the worst programming language is and why is it Java? Alright, let's see here. Void test. So in here, what we want to do is say I love you. I need to have game run does all of its stuff. Wait, when does it run the scene stack? When does it initialize everything? When does it run a init? Where does it run a init? That's kind of important. Tester game. Yeah, when does it run a init? When does it run all the initialization stuff? Oh yeah, it runs all the initialization stuff when you create the scene. Gotcha. Yeah, in the scene constructor, this is when, yeah, scene here. This is where it does it. Okay. I will have to do a lot of initialization stuff in here. I mean, right now I only have one. Yeah, I'm not gonna have the test here. That's just more stuff that I need to clean up. So in the scene init, what am I going to do? First I'll say I mean, I guess I could just use the render system and change all that. I think that's fine, I feel like. Because it's just all public anyway, I can change it. So where is the things? What is the order of operations here? Yeah, it's create shader, vertex shader, shader source, compile shader, and the same for the fragment shader, and then the shader program, and then create, and then link. Okay. So I do the... what is it exactly? GL create shader. GL create shader, and then it is shader. Oh god. No, it's render system. Whoops. Let's see. Render system. And then it is vert shader. And then it is, let's take a look back up here. Shader source. Okay. GL shader source. And then it's render system vert source. Oh. Yeah, it's the shader source, and then I need to actually combine it. So it's here, and there. 1. Why does it need 1? GL shader source takes 3 arguments. It is render system SS2D vert shader 1. Oh, you can have multiple? Interesting. And then you take a reference to it. And then it is the address of render system vert source. No. Let's get all that stuff up and running. And then GL compile shader. And then this is the render system. And vert shader. Then copy. Paste. And then instead of vert shad, it is fragment shader. Fragment shader. Fragment shader. Fragment shader. And then GL create program render system. Wait, do I have a? Yeah, shad program. Too many arguments. Create program. Wait, what do you mean? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I'm doing this wrong. Okay. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. Whoops. This is GL Vertex shader. And then here, well, let's do this. Bloop. And this is GL fragment shader. I don't know what fragment shader ARB stands for. Here we go, now it's correct. Here. Go up here and then I can just copy all this and paste it. I've already done all this. Yeah, this is render system. And then this is the shag. Copy. Paste. 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 And then instead of the vertex shader, instead of the, yeah, copy. Paste. Fragment shader, the vertex shader, and the fragment shader, and then this should all work properly. Right. That should be fine. It should be okay. I'm sure it's fine. It'd be better to clean everything up too. Clean up. Open stuff. Okay. Kafusmek. I don't think Kafusmek is in here. Oh, I have 4 viewers. Damn. Hot diggity dog. Say hi in chat. Like, come on, man. Don't be strangers. I also hope that I'm loud enough and I'm coming in clearly enough. Not too quiet. Oh, Tora Raka, thank you for following. I am popping off tonight. That's dope. That's awesome. Oh, nice little emote. What is that? A little corgi? A little corgo? It's a cute one. Because now it should go make context current. That's fine. And here it is render draw arrays. Ooh. It's in the initializer. And then rendering. More. Okay, cool. I'm glad that I sound fine. Do you want your phone and your headphones?
It doesn't matter, because the video is on here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. I'm fine.
Okay, so let's see here. Do okay. I need Shadproc. Oh no, it's in Shadproc. Okay. Right now I'm just focusing on the engine. So I think the first game that I'm gonna make is like a breakout game. So I'm just trying to get rendering up and running and the engine working. I already have the entity component system, so there's that. Equals, and that is in it. So rendering, I'll have to use program shad proc. There we go. Let's see here. Okay. I think that should be it. Let's see if I made any errors. If this works first try, I'm gonna shit myself. Oh, nope. One failed. Okay, let's take a look at the errors. Unsigned, unresolved external symbol. What? Build the solution again. Okay. That's what I need to do. Okay. I need to go in here and actually initialize them. I'm just gonna inline these. Inline. Inline. Okay. And this should work fine. Build solution. Doopy 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 doop. This is not good C++, but it's fine. Cool. Errorless, nothing. Okay. Which means that if I build and run, I should get a nice little blue. Should get a blue screen. It is not there. Not very stable frame rate, but yeah, drop below 80. There, here and there. Oh. So why not? Yes. That was the frame rates, actually. Let's see here. Let me double check and see if you can see the black screen. Yeah, you do see the black screen in the middle. Off to the side, that's the frame rate. A few little hiccups here and there. Okay. What if I don't do that and remove the inline? Because I feel like something is wrong. God, this is so messy. I hate it so much. I'm gonna have to refactor this. God, it's so bad. It's so bad. Okay. And let's Shadprog. This is Florence under system. This is Screen Space 2D fragment shader, and then geo units under system vert shader. This should still compile. It's still resolved, it's just in the library and it's like unbound. 2 succeeded, 0 failures. Okay, let's see if this fixes it. Because it shouldn't be black. It should be blue. I don't know what's going on. Oh, that's why, because this isn't it failed to compile. Because this is a VEC4. So of course it didn't work. It failed to compile because I had errors. Now it should be blue. It's still not blue. Okay. Okay, fine. Open geo print error messages. I really don't. This is so bad. Found you get ending return one or more error codes if I call it after a normal OpenGL function provided. I made some error. I have multiple problems with this one. I can't find the line number on which the error has occurred. Secondly, yada 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 yada. Supports. Which allows you to specify a function in your app that GL will call to issue a warning or error. In this function you can do whatever you like, such as setting a breakpoint in the debugger or print the error to a log file. This way you only need to set up the callback to initialization, much nicer than putting this functionality in context. Also needs to be a debug context, which is specified by setting a flag when you create the context. Okay. So for one, I'm going to do that. Okay, let's see here. Let's take a look here. Initializing scene, so it is initializing the scene. Scene init, and all the OpenGL stuff. Okay. Let's do STDC out. Shad, rock. Let's see what happens here. That shouldn't be 0. Okay, so it is 3. And then it should be system. Let's see what's going on here. Two. Okay. So all those are going. Alright. Okay. And it'll be passed on each indication of callback. GL char message. API entry debug. Okay. Debug proc callback. Let's do something. Let's do in here inline static void error, except this is needs debug proc. Yeah, not working. I'm sorry, love. Finish what? What?
Did you finish your screen in 5 minutes? Or no?
I mean, in a bit. I still got like half an hour. I don't know what I can do to help. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Aww. Okay, returns. While air equals get air, not equal no air. Okay. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna do the bad way. Instead, in here, I'll go while gl while gl get error not equal gl no error. Okay. Inside. Okay. GD cout. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. But there's no Nice. What is going on? Just copy, paste, paste. Let's see what's going on. Still no errors. Okay, let's go into here and take a look here. Like, what happens if I don't know, remove a semicolon? This should throw an error during compilation. Still not doing it. It's like not even compiling. The Yeah, it should be. What is going on? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, it's fine, I guess, but what about? Debug context. This functionality. Turn on this functionality. Your GL context needs to be a debug context, which is specific by setting a flag when you create the context. Details will depend. Hello, what's up? It should be fine. Yeah, I mean, it should be public. It should be open source. I don't understand what's happening there. Come on. Because I'm pretty sure I made it public. Let's see here. What is it? Under general? Yeah, it should be public. Yeah, because it should be public. Let's take a look at exactly what's going on there. Give me 1 second. How do I do this again? That's the home. Channel? Yeah, there we go. Edit panels. Okay. Yeah, it should be working. As far as I'm concerned, it should work. I'll have to look into it. GL debug message callback example. Like this. Let's see if init is even thing called. GD samp. Same init function. See who's doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in after the stream and figure out what's going on with that. Initializing. Okay, so it's running the init function, but it's not. Is it not swapping? Should be swapping the buffers there. Geo enable. Okay. Copy. And then in here. It should build and run. I've been working on this engine since mid-December, and I've made a few projects without engines, but I've been making games for like 15 years. What is going on? What? 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 Why? Huh? I am so confused. Why is it trying to do that? Where's the render stuff? Where is all the OpenGL stuff going? In here? Hey. Why is this not working? What? Visual Studio. Okay, it's building. Ooh, baby. Why? Access violation. When you're gonna have to do this blind. Where is everything? Oh, am I being an absolute dumbass? I feel like I am. That's the vert source. Constant char. Yeah. That's the fragment shader, fragment source. Perfect. Frag. This is the vertex shader. This is the fragment shader. And create the program. And here's the programmable shader. The vertex and then the fragment. And make a program. Maybe there's only one once. This is in on. That's the net. And that's fine. Oh yeah, is that a private thing? Make that public. Let's see here. It's still not working. Let's do that up in here. This program. Let's see if this works. Max ID. Geo position, that's fine. These are all Vec2s. I have an error in there. That needs to be like that. No, that wasn't there. Hmm. Do 400. Or actually 430. 430. Okay, that works. No. Oh boy. So all of these things are in there. What is going on? Hmm. I might end up scrapping all of it. And building up to it again. Scrap all this. All for one, I want to delete that. Because this should be enough. I mean, it's plenty for all of this, right? Use program. That's what I'll call. GL channel 03. It is swapping the buffers. And there's the GLFW window. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Because I feel like I'm just gonna have to do a lot of debugging off screen. Figure out what's going on, because I might have to... And I have to do a bunch of refactoring anyway. Because sifting through all my code is a colossal pain in the ass. Because I don't like this whole megalithic header file. I'm not a fan of this. I'd rather have, you know, an entity component system header, event header, a utility header, and Firefox. The Foxfire engine header will just be, will just include all those other things. And then like all this stuff will be in independently in them. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Although I guess this stream was pretty successful. I got a couple of followers, which is pretty cool. I've been pulling out my hair because OpenGL sucks. But yeah, I think that'll be it. I had a 2-hour stream, so I feel like that's good enough. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And oh yeah, any of the streams that you missed, you can take a look at the YouTube channel and other things along those lines as well. And catch up on streams that you missed. Also, I'm starting to save the VODs as well on Twitch.